This book is called Way Out in the Desert by T.J. Marsh and Jennifer Ward, illustrated by Kenneth Spangler. A fun thing about this book, it's a short book, it's a quick read, Way Out in the Desert, and it's kind of like a counting book, as we'll see, and there's a hidden number on each of the pages. So let's see if we can spot each of the hidden numbers. There's 10 of them. So there's a hidden 1, there's a hidden 2, hidden 3. So let's see if we can find them. That's also kind of fun, just as a heads up. Alrighty, so Way Out in the Desert by T.J. Marsh and Jennifer Ward. Let's see what we could see in the desert. Way out in the desert, having fun in the sun, lived a mother horned toad and her little toady one. Scurry, said the mother. I scurry, said the one. So they scurried all morning, having fun in the sun. So we see these little horned toads. Some people have these as pets, and they can live a long time, these horned toads. Now, can we find the hidden 1? Oh man, I found it earlier, but I don't see it now. Oh, there it is. 1. So one horned toad and her little toady one. Way out in the desert, where the wildflowers grew, lived a mother hummingbird and her little hummers too. Sip, said the mother. We sip, said the two. So they sipped and they dipped where the wildflowers grew. We have some hummingbirds there. There's actually a hummingbird feeder right above me here. It's a hummingbird feeder. So I'll let y'all know if we have any hummingbirds come and visit us during the story time, but sometimes we have these really beautiful ruby-throated hummingbirds, and they have this like really beautiful red color on their throat. There are lots of different types of hummingbirds, and I'm sure we've all seen hopefully one type. So there's the hidden 2 right here. Way out in the desert by the palo verde tree lived a mother javelina and her little piggies 3. Snooze, said the mother. We snooze, said the 3. 'Cause they rooted all night by the palo verde tree. So we have these little javelinas, and they're kind of like, they're almost like hogs, really bristly, kind of like hairy pig type of animals, live in the desert. Can we find the hidden 3? Maybe somewhere up here. All right, what else is in this fantastic desert? Ooh, one of my favorites. We have these at the Natural History Museum, actually. Way out in the desert near the Ocotillo door lived a rattlesnake mother and her baby snakes 4. Rattle, said the mother. We rattle, said the 4. So they rattled in the shadow of the Ocotillo door. Yeah, so we have really cool rattlesnakes at the Natural History Museum in our nature lab. If you visit the museum, perhaps you can see those. Or maybe if you've been hiking, you've seen a rattlesnake in real life. Good thing to remember about rattlesnakes is that they are dangerous and they are faster than us. So if you're hiking or going on a walk in the mountains or in the desert, just be sure not to stick your hand under any rocks or under anything shady that you can't see, because there could be a rattlesnake taking shelter from the hot, hot sun in there, and we don't want to cross paths with that. What else? Way out in the desert, where the cactus bloom and thrive, lived a mother Gia monster and her little monsters 5. Burrow, said the mother. We burrow, said the 5. So they burrowed and they dug where the cactus bloom and thrive. So they're burrowing. Burrowing is when you basically dig a tunnel in the ground, and that is where you live, to keep out of the sun, to stay away from predators, because it's often pretty cooler inside of the ground than it is on top, so they're burrowing. 5. Can we find the hidden 5? Maybe somewhere on the Mother Gia monster? Oh, I did just see a hummingbird. Cool. All right, so we have Gia monsters, rattlesnakes, and meep meep, roadrunners. Way out in the desert, in a nest built of sticks, lived a mother roadrunner and her little chicks 6. Run, said the mother. We run, said the 6. So they ran chasing lizards near their nest built of sticks. Yeah, so we have some Roadrunners, and this is funny because growing up on Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner cartoons, I only thought Roadrunners were cartoon animals, meep meep, but they're real, and these are what real Roadrunners look like, and they eat lizards. Yeah, and the six in that one, can anyone spot it? Maybe near the mother Roadrunner up here. All right, what else do we have? Ooh, I'm sure some of us have seen these. Way out in the desert, where the Saguaros reach to heaven, and the Saguaros are these cactuses, lived a mother jackrabbit and her little jack seven. Snuggle, said the mother. We snuggle, said the seven. So they snuggled all night, where the Saguaros reached to heaven. So we have some jackrabbits here, snuggling with their mother. Can anyone find the hidden seven? Maybe over here. This was a tough one. Yeah, I've seen rabbits at the museum, actually. Just in our nature gardens, we have rabbits that live there. I believe those are cottontails, though. I don't think we have jackrabbits. Way out in the desert on the old corral gate lived a old scorpion mother, and her little scorpions 8. Hold on, said the mother. We hold on, said the 8. So they rode on her back up the old corral gate. So we have these little baby scorpions hanging on to their mother's back for safety, for protection, for transportation. That's what they do. They just kind of hang on. They get a piggyback ride from their mother. Can anyone find the hidden number 8? All right. Ooh, I hear these a lot, but I do see a couple of them around here in the San Gabriel Valley. Coyotes. Way out in the desert, where the moon shone fine, lived a mother coyote and her little pups 9. Howl, said the mother. We howl, said the 9. So they howled and they barked while the moon shone fine. Yeah, so I actually see these kind of frequently in my neighborhood. Coyotes crossing the street or just in someone's lawn. And, usually they're pretty harmless, but you do also want to be a little bit cautious around these coyotes. But when they're in the desert, they howl, howl, so you might hear them before you see them. So we have these little coyotes and the coyote pups in the desert. And can we find the hidden number 9? Maybe somewhere around here? All right. And last but not least, we have these friends. Way out in the desert, in a prickly pear den, lived a mom tarantula and her little spiders 10. Spin, said the mother. We spin, said the 10. So they spun all night in their prickly pear den. So we have these tarantulas that also live in the desert, and that one is knitting a sweater with 8 leg holes, and it has the number 10 on it. And that's it, friends. That was Way Out in the Desert by T.J. Marsh and Jennifer Ward. And I hope some of you have seen some of these animals that you might see in the desert. And if not, maybe you'll see them in the future, or you've seen them in a pet store, in a zoo. Just to recap, we have tarantulas in the desert. We have coyotes. So I've seen coyotes. I have not seen a tarantula. I've seen a coyote. I've never seen a scorpion in real life, but they're not too far away from here, actually. You can find them in the mountains. I have seen jackrabbits. I've never seen a roadrunner, but I really want to. That's not a cartoon. I've never seen a Gila monster, and if any of you have, we have Rattlesnake, which I actually see at the museum in our nature lab. I've never seen this Javelina. I haven't really heard of it before today, actually, before reading this book, but I would also love to see those. Hummingbirds, see those all the time, just out in nature. And a horned toad, I had a friend who had one as a pet. So I love this book because it really just kind of helps you to open your eyes to what nature lives in your own neighborhood. So, whether it's your backyard or a park, or just you're on a drive or you're in a public garden somewhere, maybe you can keep a close nature eye out and see how many different kinds of animals you'll see. And maybe there are even some of them that you would see in the desert. Probably you'd see like a rabbit or something if you went to like a public gardens around here in LA. Well, that was Way Out in the Desert, and I hope you enjoyed this book. It's a really cute one, it's a really fun one, and we'll leave the title and the authors in the description in case any of you want to pick this up yourself. So, this has been Storytime Live. I'm Justin Ramos, an educator at Natural History Museum. Thank you all for joining, and I hope you all have a great and beautiful weekend. Be safe, friends. Goodbye.